Hi, welcome to JRS Tech Talk. Today I have with me Mr. Ranjeet, the CTO of JRS Dynamics Tech. And today basically we picked up some of the topic is very hot topic, and you can say the implementation. Okay, so because we have seen some of the challenges in the past related to the implementation, some of the projects, some of the companies are, can we say, like the implementation failure. So we will discuss about what kind of implementation challenges we have seen. Okay, it's not about only from the partner side. Some of the challenges we also see from the end user side as well. Okay, so we were going to talk about in detail as well. Okay, so welcome Ranjeet.
Thank you.
So Ranjeet, because as I know that you have invested a lot in a global project. Okay, and you were in Malaysia earlier, right? Almost 8 years.
Yes.
Okay, and before that you were handling the project in India, and now you are also handling the project in India and Dubai. Okay, so I just wanted to understand from your side. Okay, first before going to the India, and because you have a good experience in Malaysia, so I just wanted to understand from your side. What kind of challenges you have seen in Malaysia when you are doing the implementation? Okay, so maybe if you can elaborate more. Okay, generally what kind of process you are following? Okay, when you are doing the implementation, and especially in Malaysia, what kind of a challenge you have seen?
Okay, first of all, thank you. And if I'm talking about my journey as of now, yeah, I have worked with the different cultural domains, I would say, rather than because I started my career with India and then moving to Malaysia and then coming back again, handling so many other industries as well. So in terms of implementation, especially for ERP, I would say there is a tagline from my side itself, because implementation is not only implementing a technology or any product. There are two aspects of any implementation. One is your product mapping, understanding the product and the business, and the second one is customer handling. So there are two parts. So I believe customer handling is more important. At the same time, you should be very much transparent in understanding the business and making them understand the process as well, and helping them to adopt the technologies. So my experience in Malaysia it was really good, because I started my project management from there, and I started going to the market, meeting the customers, and listening to their requirements very carefully. But one thing is very sure, in Malaysia market they are easy to go, but at the same time they don't compromise with their solutions.
Quality and solutions.
Yeah, so they are very particular about their requirements, and you have to be really careful while talking to them. You cannot be underestimating their requirements, as well as you should not be so open. They'll drag you for a longer period to complete the task actually. So so generally what happened that when you are trying to implement and deliver the ERP, first of all you have to be very clear with the requirements, and the challenge what is there, like the understanding of the requirement as well as their local compliances. At the same time, if you are meeting with their local racism also, I would say not racism, but yeah, the differences between different understanding of different cultures. Mostly businessmen are Chinese over there, and they are hard to listen to you. They want their words to be listened carefully. They don't listen to you.
Okay.
So you have to be a good listener. First of all, you have to make them that feeling that we are trying to understand everything, and it is okay with the delivery, and they are hard to accept as well. And users are most challenging over there. I would say not bad in IQ, but adaptability is very less.
Yeah, but when you do the implementation, normally I say always if you are doing the implementation, the analysis, the work which you're talking about, the analysis is a pillar of any implementation. Okay, if you are doing the good analysis, definitely you can achieve whatever you want. But if there is a gap in the analysis, okay, from partner side or from the end user side, so definitely in future when we have already the product, a lot of the challenges we can face. So in Malaysia, when you are doing it, so you are talking about the analysis one. Okay, so analysis is like they are not ready to listen your solutioning, or they have some own mindset, or they are ready to accept your solutioning, or top of that, if they have something they wanted to impose you, or how
it's a matter of visualizing the solution actually. Most of the time they are adamant in your words. They'll try to express their the request of the customers is like to deliver the project first, and then after we'll do any confirmation on the documents.
Okay.
So that is the problem actually, because visualization is the key.
Then I would not say that visualization is a key, but this is not the problem of the Malaysia. This is not the problem of the Chinese people. I believe this is the problem of the Indian people as well. Okay, because whenever you are doing the implementation and whenever we are requesting for the sign off of the documentation, people are saying we are not able to visualize it. Okay, so visualization is one of the problem.
Yeah, that's the most challenging part actually.
So how we can overcome with this kind of the challenge?
Yes, exactly. So most of the time we need to prepare the prototype for all the modules, and wherever you are facing challenges with any department heads, you have to convince them with the prototype first, and then after once they accept, then it's okay, they'll accept it properly.
Yeah, the prototype as well as the flow chart is most important.
Okay, yeah, prototyping means sometimes it can be graphical representation.
Graphical representation is most important.
Yeah.
Okay, so that at least we see in the analysis phase we cannot showcase them the entire system as per their requirement. We have a system, we have a standard system that we can present it, but as per their requirement we cannot present the system.
That's why nowadays if you see, there are different kinds of charts and graphs coming into the picture, like the latest trend is mind mapping graphs. So if you are using those kind of tools to make them understand the requirements, that will be better.
Yeah, this is the reason is because then the difference is the consultant can do a work on a system, but the project manager or the solution architect, is more important to design the flow chart and the graphical representation. That is the more important. Okay.
Right. And there are different challenges also we need to understand. Most of the time what happens that there are sequence of challenges we need to understand. So I would say first of all is the acceptance, means the user acceptance, adaptability. And the second one is something like you have the challenge on their data sanitization, data complexity as well. When you are moving from one system to another system, you have to make sure that the data should be coming captured correctly, otherwise the result will not be proper. So those are the challenges. And the third one I would say is the scope creeping. That is very dangerous and important to handle. If you don't handle carefully, then you have to spend maybe twice or thrice time of the project to complete it. So scope creeping is something you have to be very careful. And the third one is like very careful handling of the customers, users as well, and giving the proper trainings. Those are the things where we need to understand, where we have to improve it. Otherwise, what happened that any kind of situations arise, and you have to be prepared with your I would say solutions, or you have to make sure that the challenges will be overcome.
Okay, so you are talking about the training part. Okay, so in the training part, basically, I also into this industry almost 10 to 12 years. okay, and whenever we are giving a training to the users, okay, so they are coming, take a coffee and snacks, and they are going in, okay. So once the system is ready, then they start raising a question. So how we can advise to the users that the training is most important and the testing is most important.
Yeah, that is the kind of scenario I have faced a few places as well. That's why I feel that technologically we have to solve it, like giving them a personalized environment where they can do n number of transactions as per their wish, and you have to monitor and give the you can say you can say that some kind of index, you can say testing scripts and everything, and then after you have to produce the results what they are doing every day to the management. At least they will be involved, so we have to be involving the users very carefully actually.
Yes, because that's the reason we always prefer to submit the script cases, okay, because whatever the script you can prepare it, definitely they are not going to test it, but you have to be ready with all the script cases, as well as you have to be ready with the documentation as well, so that if they are not attentive during a training session, if they have any kind of a reference, they can go with the documentation as well.
Yeah.
Okay, the major challenge I wanted to ask from your side, because see, when we are doing the implementation in a bigger organization, we have seen that they have a dedicated IT team, okay, dedicated project manager is there, dedicated ERP manager is there. But if we are implementing any kind of a small medium company, okay, so they don't have a dedicated ERP manager, they don't have any dedicated IT manager, okay. So simply because then what kind of a challenges you have seen over there, okay, because ERP manager is there, he understand about the methodology of the implementation, he understand the importance of the document, he understand about importance of analysis phase, the CRP phase, he understand each of every phases as well. But where you don't have IT manager or the ERP manager, so how we are managing it?
Yeah, see, need to understand the size of the company as well as the infrastructure of the company. If you need to manage with the lesser resources from the company side, so you have to tailor your implementation strategy as well. Like whatever you are doing, you have to merge few tasks together to deliver the projects first, because most of the time what happens that if only owner is the person who is taking care of everything, of course they don't have that much of time to analyze and accept every document. So on those scenarios we need to focus more on delivery.
Yes.
And for that we have to be like going through with the products and getting the acknowledgement on the product side itself rather than on document side. That will be better.
Because as per my experience, what I have seen is where we have a ERP manager or IT manager, they understand the concept of implementation, they understand the product capabilities, they understand the drawback and other things as well. But if where we are doing the implementation, where we don't have any kind of such kind of a team, okay, so generally what I prefer is to listen the business owner very carefully.
Yeah.
Okay, so listening them is most important. Okay, because you cannot force them to go with the documentation, to go with the this kind of a sign off other things. Just be careful to listen them very patiently. Okay, and during that discussion, you can also suggest some kind of the process improvement areas as well, because see, they know that we don't have a background of IT, we don't have a ERP background, but the company to whom we have selected, they have a good knowledge, they are ready to accept your solutioning, they are ready to accept your process. Okay, so this is the difference I have seen. Okay, the small medium company always listen, they are also listening very carefully as well. This is your job, you have to listen very carefully, but they also listen very carefully as well. So they are also always ready to ask you the question, okay, you did implement, there's a lot of implementation, what that company is doing, what kind of a process they are following, if you can suggest me as well so that we can improve ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are not doing only the ERP implementation, we are also doing the process implementation as well. Okay, so that's more important.
Yeah, because see, that's why we are called as a consultant.
Yeah.
We are not the implementer, we are consultants. So we, most of the time, we share our knowledge.
Correct.
And we try to improve the operations of the client. And that's why our job is a little bit important for them as well. So yeah, consultancy is something where you have to add on as a service.
Because I always prefer is where they don't have, especially for the small medium company, where they don't have a ERP or IT manager. Okay, so I always prefer that first give them the knowledge to educate them about why they need a ERP, what is the importance of that, what are the features are available. Okay, because if the IT manager is there or the ERP manager, they understand about it. But where they don't have a team, so this is your job to educate them first.
Yeah.
So that they can utilize the system very well. Because I have seen some of the places, they do the implementation, but actually they are not utilizing the full system. So this is the reason is because we are not educating them. So personally I feel it, first educate them, then listen them, then accordingly implement the system. And it's our responsibility to improve the system without asking them. Okay, because see, if let's suppose we are creating a purchase order. Okay, so there are multiple ways to create a purchase order. If I will say to my customer, no, this is only one way to create a purchase order, they will accept, okay, this is the one way. But if we will tell, no, there is not only one way, we have multiple ways to create a purchase order, then definitely they will be happy. Okay,
Of
so
course.
what are the scenarios we have? We have to educate them is very most important.
Exactly. As you have clearly mentioned that giving the example of purchase order, at the same time if you just add on your consulting, like why you need to raise the PO, what is the requirement, how it is coming, do you want to track those activities also, like checking that purchase requisition is coming or not, do you want to check, do you want to check, keep track of all the quotations what you have received from your vendors. So these things as a consultant we need to put them across, right, so that they can improve their process and utilize the other features also.
Because the most important is the bigger company understand ERP implementation, the IT infrastructure is about the investment. But the small medium company, they think about this is the expense.
Yeah.
So first I think this is our job to educate them about this. See, this is not the expense, this is your investment. Okay, because I have met with so many companies where they are saying no, you cannot do the implementation for my industry. Nothing is possible. Okay,
Yeah.
so boss, we can implement. Okay, so the job is the consultant to implement the system. But because you have a mindset, this is an expense. If you are coming with a mindset with this expense, the project cannot be successful. First, you will come with the mindset that this is the investment, but you need to understand whether this is an investment or this is a expense. So if you can highlight something, ERP implementation, the IT, to work on the IT sector, okay, so whether is it expense or investment?
Of course, this is a very interesting question actually, I would say. Because expense is something you have just spending money.
Yes.
And to operate something, and investment is you are going to gain something on that particular amount. So for me, investment is something where you are gaining better outputs, and in terms of so different ways of getting the you can say results, like suppose you are investing on ERP or any infrastructure or digital transformation kind of things, where need to understand your turnaround time for order processing. I would say order to cash, the cycle is reduced. Then procure to pay, your cycle is reduced. Then you have a production cycle is reduced because of automation. So these things are maybe looking as small changes, but gradually when you have grown with this business, then you'll come to know that what exactly was the need of that ERP, and this is going to drastically improve the business and automate the process. So I feel this is the investment.
Because this, personally, we also feel is ERP implementation is an investment, okay, in many ways, okay. Like as you mentioned that the turnaround time, okay, that's the more important. The turnaround time is something, and people are asking about the ROI, okay. So, but the problem is people are not aware about how to calculate the ROI. ROI, they are calculating money to money. Okay,
Yeah.
so you cannot calculate the ROI only money to money. Okay, like how much time you are saving, that's more important. Okay, if let's suppose if we are doing the production, okay, so thousands of pieces I'm producing in a day, but in the thousands of production, how I'm doing it, because manually I'm doing it, I don't have any planning. Okay, so if I'm doing the thousands of pieces I'm producing, I'm thinking no, it's so big. Okay, but if you have a proper planning, the proper system, maybe you can produce 200, 2000 or 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you can improve your productivity as well. You can improve your production as well.
Exactly. So
Okay?
of
But
course
they are thinking, no, we have so much item, we cannot do that. No, boss, you can do that.
That's why, see, structured application is required to avoid your overstocking
Yes.
as well as understocking. If you have any case, you are going to be in loss. Understocking or even overstocking.
If you have the overstock and but still your purchase manager or your warehouse manager, they are asking, please order another lot.
Exactly.
They are not checking how much quantity is available in stock, because they are not bothered about to go to in the warehouse and check it. They are sitting in a room and they are saying, okay, purchase, how much quantity you want to buy it.
So these are the scenarios where we need to teach the customer so that they can understand, okay, this is not going to be an expense for them.
Yeah, so yeah, if they will able to understand IT, and personally I will also say the finance. These are the two, one is the finance and the IT. These other two is not an expense. Okay, so especially the IT is an investment. Okay, and the finance is the backbone of any company.
Exactly,
Okay,
that's the heart of
but,
the business.
But people are not focusing on these two one. So definitely we have to be more careful on that.
Yeah, nowadays trends have been a little bit changed, and people are, aware of all these things gradually.
Yeah.
They are moving forward. So of course, our responsibilities are higher than them to make them the correct, make them understand to take the correct decisions, right?
How would advise you? How would advise the audience, like which product is suitable? How they select the product?
Yeah, exactly. That's the very interesting question and very important as well for any organization. I would suggest if any organization is in small and medium industries, they should be more focusing on their business rather than focusing on IT or infrastructure. So I would suggest cloud-based architecture is more suitable for them. And few companies, they are already established, or they have their own infrastructure. They have to maintain those things. So they have the choice whether they want to go on cloud or on-prem, because that will be their internal discussions and decisions as well. But for smaller and medium companies, I would say cloud is better option actually.
Yeah, because see, if you are going with the on-prem, okay, so you definitely you have to maintain your complete infra.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you don't have a dedicated IT team, okay, so you're not aware about what kind of licenses we require, what kind of infrastructure we require. Okay, let's suppose you have purchased so many server and other things, and then you realize, oh, we don't need it. Okay, so but in the cloud you have a flexibility. Anytime you can buy a space, or anytime you can reduce the space. Okay.
Yeah, there are few scenarios over. You can say that that might be in need of their compliance issue. Like we have been dealing in Saudi, where you need to maintain the data at that particular location. So that is
But the
important
cloud-
for them
cloud
also.
Is there. Cloud is there. The on-premise
Yeah,
is-
nowadays it is available, but earlier it was not
Earlier
the
it
case.
was not available.
Yeah.
And so now see, the cloud like is a good market at this moment, you can say. Okay, because people are moving from the on-prem to the cloud. The reason is because they understand. Okay, so maintaining the infrastructure cost is very high.
Very high, yeah.
Okay, because definitely you have to be a dedicated team. You have the rack. You have dedicated room as well. Okay, and the infrastructure you are replacing the infrastructure in every 4 years or the 5 years. That is also the
Yeah, it's going to be obsolete, yeah, of course.
Absolutely, and again it's a huge cost.
So exactly, see, on those scenarios, that's why cloud is getting more popularity nowadays because of so many things, like you have to concentrate on your business rather than on infra, as I told you. And it is giving additional benefits, like you don't need to bother about data management and taking the regular backups, and then scalability of the server, or maybe you can say accessibility, how you are going to access from which location. There is no boundary nowadays. And especially if I talk about the latest technologies, the same application can be useful to operate from the mobile, from the tab, I mean to say from any resource actually you can access it. So these things matters actually.
Okay, so now I just wanted to know from your side, especially for the JRS one, okay, because ultimately it's a JRS Tech Talk. So for the JRS, if you can tell the audience, okay, what kind of a methodology you are following in JRS for the implementation, okay, because I also wanted to know about the re-implementation, if you have any kind of project where you have to do the re-implementation. Okay, so I just wanted to understand about the methodology of implementation.
Exactly. So of course, when we are talking about the greenfield implementation, which is the fresh one, or new implementation, if you have, then there are the processes what we are following. Traditionally it was something like waterfall model. Everybody it is being used. So the waterfall model, I'm not saying that's obsolete, but yeah, if you are going with the enterprise level organizations, they still comfortable with this model, because the requirement is going to be frozen. You can say that it is the finalized one, and then only after you go for designing and development kind of a thing. So generally the stages are still same. The only difference is how you are tailoring your process to meet up the final output, and to make that situation where customers is also comfortable, and the solution is also provided with the lesser effort. So for that, I would say we should recommend to go with the hybrid version, where the few parts from the waterfall model, and the later part is like going with the agile methods. So generally what happened, that up to requirement study we follow waterfall model, and then after we go with the sprint, which is called the delivery, modular based delivery, and going with the minimum viable products in a different cycles. This is the agile one, where you can avoid the modifications, and you can avoid you can say that re-implementation as well. And when we are talking about enhancements projects, right, so first of all you need to you need to audit the system, what they want, when you are going for any re-implementation kind of a thing. And auditing is again very important. You need to map carefully, and you need to give the differences as is versus to be. And then after, once the acceptance is done, so you should be again following your agile methods to give that gradual outputs to the customer, so that it avoids any differences actually. That will be better.
Okay, I just wanted to know any kind of a story, if you can share with us about the implementation in Malaysia. Any kind of a funny story if you have, which you still remember.
There are few.
Don't tell the name of the customer, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
of course.
if you can tell any such kind
There
of
are
a story?
few. There are few. Like I can tell you something. Actually, I met with the company. They are not the private organization. They are cooperative organizations. And when we reach over there, like we are implementing ERP, the first question was like, what is ERP? You should not implement ERP. We are not a trading company. We are a simple cooperative organizations. We are just you can say that doing the processes only. We don't have anything to buy and sell. Why you are saying ERP? And that was the challenge actually initially when we understood and then started delivering that the solution. Then they understood. Okay, ERP means not only trading.
Trading, yeah.
It is something a name or a concept, a process. So that was the terminology difference. Yeah, we faced I can say that the reluctancy from the customer.
And anything in India?
Okay, there are a lot actually in India especially, because most of the time when you put in 100% effort to make your client live, and after going live, if customer say that no, I'm not live, how can you say we are live?
No, so for the customer, yes, the live means like, and normally I always say to my customer is, okay, live means for us, our job is done. Now your job is started, because now you are going to use the system. So,
Yeah.
So now your job is started. For you, the project is started now, and we are at the back to support you. Okay. So it's actually is not a go live. Okay. For them, it's not a go live until they will not see the final product, until you solve all the capabilities. So for me, it's also not go live. Okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The live is they will use the system, and at the back we are supporting them.
For entire life even.
Yeah, for the entire life.
Because they don't consider this live as a period. they consider live as a process.
Okay.
There are the conceptual difference. We need to teach our clients that there is a boundary of every project.
Education is most important because see, they are not the background. They don't have background there. Okay, so this is our job. How we can educate them. Okay,
Exactly.
So we need to tell them what is the meaning of go live, what is the meaning of UAT, what is the meaning of CRP, what is the meaning of analysis. Okay, and because see, this is the maybe some of the users they are doing the first time. Okay, recently I met with one of my customer and he is very smart. He said, boss, for analysis we can do anything. Okay, but once the project is live, and after that if we will go, we will ask demand more. It will cost more for us. Okay, so it's better that everything we can pass during the analysis phase, and that is I really appreciate such kind of wording that they are ready to pass everything during the analysis phase. They understand the concept of the change request.
Yeah.
They understand the concept of change request.
So this is
So that
something.
is something that analysis is most important, and doing the analysis is the business consulting is more important. Okay, because see, when the user is passing the information, they can pass all the information to you, but exactly see they are doing a lot of activities, and when you are doing the requirement gathering, you are giving them only 8 hours or the 16 hours or the 40 hours, and in 40 hours or 80 hours, in 80 hours you are trying to cover all the department, which is not feasible to tell them each and everything.
That's why as a consultant you have to make sure that whatever they are saying, there might be different versions. You
Yes.
have to record all the versions as well, and then only you document it and make them understand that, boss, I hope your requirement is
Yes,
good.
so
Please.
that reason the documentation is play a very vital role over here is
Yeah,
because when they are reading the document, they realize, oh, I missed this point. Okay,
At least
if you're not submitting the document, they will not able to realize it. Even they sometimes they will forget. Okay, we have discussed this point. And
Right.
even you will be forget, okay, no, we have not discussed this point. So that's the reason documentation is most important. When they are signing the document, they are reading each and everything. Then they are coming, oh, we have missed this point. We have missed this to discuss about this area.
So generally what happens that whenever we go to any client, we try to educate them that there is an implementation process.
Yes.
And these are the documents to be produced, and you need to acknowledge as well. First of all, we have to make a project charter where you have to define RASI matrix, who is going to be responsible, who is going to be accountable, and who is communicated or informed, kind of a thing. So RASI matrix is very important from the client side as well as from vendor side as well, because if you don't have the product owner, it's always a challenge to freeze the requirement. Product owners are more important.
Yeah. So I always say like the customer cannot be wrong, okay? Because they have the expertise of their own field. Because of that, they hired the ERP partner or the IT partner. The job of the IT partner is, or ERP partner is, to educate them first. Directly don't go with the system. First, educate them. Educate about the process. Educate about the importance of the document. Educate about the SOP. Educate about the system. Then you can educate about the process and how they can improve it. That if you are not educating, then maybe you are going. It's a problem for you and for the customer as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
But
awareness and
if you
education
will
is
educate
important.
them in a very proper way, then definitely I would say like the project cannot be failed. But if you are not educating them and you are hoping that everything they will tell to you, boss, this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's-
especially as I would prefer a small medium company, because in a bigger company, okay, in an MNC, lot of IT team is there, the ERP expert is already there, they have a different processes, so maybe you will not face such kind of a challenges over there because they already understand each and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the first important.
Correct, you are right. So yes, exactly, you have mentioned clearly that how we should be going with the different sizes of the organization, and of course the approach is also changing based on the requirement and the size of the company. So that is something we have to be very careful, and we are actually having that much of expertise into this implementation of any solution, and we are working on the latest trend and the latest technology. So I feel that this is very useful, and we are confident enough to support our customers to grow faster, so that we can also grow together.
Thank you, Ranjeet, for joining us, and we'll see very soon in the next episode.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.